Viewers, as you are aware, we're here on the Health Summit of the Arab Business Club, highlighting all the concepts today on health. And again, another event in the UAE, a global destination, as we call it, Dubai, the cities of cities. One of my guests, another way of branding it today, Dr. Reem Usman. And obviously, we just heard a very inspirational speech in the summit about doctors and being involved. And again, we say this, it's the unique ideas that we're here to highlight, the unique functions, something different in concepts, and not only being the feminine gender, the female agenda. And you commonly hear this from around the world, that, you know, the Gulf states and, you know, the Arab world as such, keep them on the backlight and they themselves are on the forefront. And I think here, I was very awe-inspired to see being in the forefront, being a doctor, and socially, physically, morally being involved. She gave a very influential speech, being, you know, involved in the Saudi German hospital here for just over a year and a half, as well as being a resident of Dubai and the UAE. I will formally introduce her. It's Dr. Reem Usman for the Saudi German hospital. Welcome and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for being with us. And I would like you to highlight, I mean, you know, it's very unique that the way, you know, you said in part of your speech, and I'd like to repeat it, that, you know, being there in the surgery, I saw you whilst the surgery was going on, and you said, you know, being an inspiration to your doctors, guiding them, leading them. How would you put that at a time, age, and era in the 19th century where people say that, you know, the females should be sitting at home and they're, you know, especially in these parts of the world? What's your contribution, starting from a woman and then going into the professional part and what you do for the hospital?
Yeah, I think it's about time that everyone will change this idea now. I think this idea is becoming smaller day by day about women and influence in Arab world, in Islamic world, about they are taking their positions, their rights, their status. I think now so many talented females are present and they are proving themselves day by day. I don't think it's always related, I don't keep it as female or male issue, or Arab or non-Arab issue, or regardless of the region. It's always about equality. And this is always the main thing I focus on it in my work and in my life in general. Always the quality that it will prove itself. So regardless if you are a female, good CEO, it will be much better than a male, less qualified CEO. So it's always about the quality and how you invest in yourself.
No, but you see, your husband, the president of the Saudi German hospital, as I was just conversing, I found that out. You know, a very Arab representation. He's also on our show. And there's this perception in the Western part of the world and the other worlds. And this program is to educate, to highlight, to inspire, to be an example. And I, you know, being born and brought up in the UK, I'm very inspired for you to say that, because the general intellectual way is everything from our history. We, you know, women were given their rights. They do have their rights. They are role players. They are leaders. They should be respected. That is the true perception. And you actually are not only a fundamental example, but you are actually living it, portraying it, dealing with the Western world. And sometimes they say it's total hijab, and they get the Arab perception is given in a very negative manner. But that's not true. This evening, you've just totally turn that into the opposite direction, because we also are here from the Western part of the world to bring the attributes of Dubai, the UAE, the Gulf states, and that this has become the home destination of examples and highlighting our culture, our history. But, you know, you being a prime example, how would you take that, and what would your message be to all those females in the Western world, and how to look at this view? Because you're a doctor, you're actively involved in surgery, and you're leading doctors of the male agenda. So it clearly shows that you're allowed to interact with them. I don't see any hesitancy from your husband. I see his total support with you in all aspects of concern. And that is, you know, again in itself is a beautiful example. It's a paragon.
Thank you. So this is now also the beauty of Dubai, that it's create the atmosphere that allow talents to grow up and to blossom, because also some cities will not allow you to establish such a work and to work freely in a very nice and healthy atmosphere. Not only other cities in the region, but other cities even outside the region will always sometimes will have this restrictions. The beauty here of the city that will allow us to work and to achieve and get the best of us. I was lucky also to have supporters. My husband, he is a really believer in the woman and the female rights and in the woman work, always to invest in yourself. This is something that I always encourage girls about it. When they told me about how you became CEO, I tell them I became CEO because I invested in myself.
Exactly.
I didn't wait till I am a doctor and I married, but I didn't let the life take me. No, I always thought of myself, I'm a doctor, I want to do something else. I studied MBA after my marriage. And I was looking always,
so
of course,
even after your marriage,
and I was
given the support
having children and didn't prevent
Fantastic.
me. And I tell always ladies, because now it's our lucky days. Now globalization,
Global village.
iPhone, now internet, you can study while you are working at home and while your children and beside you. So there is no more travel from place to place, no more these difficulties that was before. So now I don't see any excuse for any lady wherever she was, whether in the desert or any place, because she can even study from her house, she can work from her house. You will see many companies from inside the house, ladies who achieved and made success because they have the potential and the power and the willing, and the tool now, the modern life tool, allow you. So you can achieve things while you are sitting in your house. You can achieve things also outside your house. Now you don't have these obstacles that will let you either your work or your life. Now even life, modern life, can allow us to have this healthy balance between social life as a mother or a wife, and between professional and a daughter, and between a professional businesswoman. Doesn't mean now in these days, for any, regardless of Arabic, Muslim or Western lady, doesn't mean that you are becoming a successful businesswoman to become failure in other issues. It's now the intelligence, and I tell them always, you will be successful in one part. That means, or when you have the IQ for that, you have to be successful in everything.
The IQ is the same as how much you
utilize. Of course, how you manage your life and how you achieve the balance in your life. If you are successful in one part, business or family, and not successful in the other part, that means you are not achieving the balance, and you are not or taking advantage of what you have. It's the good things is by achieving the healthy balance and achieving whatever nature wants to develop for you as a mother, as a housewife, and also your ambitions as a business lady.
After every hardship, there is success. Yeah. After every input, there is a response. I also noticed from your hospital, as you were giving, you're making it very interactive. You're making it very entertaining, like patients have access to certain things. It's like, if I'm not wrong, you have the entertainment kind of system. You
IPTV.
have the IPTV that you got for them. How would you elaborate that? Because that's something very interactive for patients as well. You don't see that. The only thing I've ever seen is, and I usually say, the Emirates entertainment. But here, even on a health level, this evening I learned that the hospital has so many modern functions that have been given to the public, and for the general need. And I've never really seen that. Okay, you see in the European parts of the world where you have the gaming system and certain other systems, but to actually, and you've got the health records there, which you don't know what's happening with yourself. But here the doctor this evening highlighted where the patient can interact. Yeah. He can see his medical status, he can see his progress, all on the touch button of a screen. I mean, how did you think of that concept and introducing that? Because that's, again, another example in the noble profession, in the hospital field, in a positive light. There is so much that I've seen this evening. I've seen, other hospitals, which happen without mentioning names, but I've never actually had the privilege, and I will visit you guys at the hospital. I would like to obviously take some shoots of the hospital too. But whilst you're here, explain to us how that initiative came around.
This is part of our vision. Always also part of any CEO success, how to take some new decisions, or maybe not risky decisions, but some extra unique decisions that will give you, that will give you the edge over others. Otherwise, it's all the same. It's all the same.
Without something new, there's no success, there's no attraction. That is a great attraction.
It's always new, whether from the medical services you provide. As I explained, many new surgeries done in our hospital. It was the first time in UAE, although we are 1 year, because you provide to the doctors the infrastructure, and you provide them the trust. I always tell them, go, I'm behind you, don't worry. I put them into, as I said, this case of the lady who had quintuplet. No one received her. I told them, so what you want me to do? Let her deliver in the street? She can't.
Absolutely.
It was really, at that time, very risky decision for me to take, but I took it and told them, like the sea in front of you. We have to be ready with it.
We have to
4 months to take care of our patients, because patients now becoming old people, educated. Now with Google, with all
internet, globalization,
internet, so he's setting the patient in one click. He will tell you this is like that, and there is a new treatment, and there is a new surgery. So we have always up to patient expectation. Now patients becoming very demanding, very educated, and this is their right, because it's related to their health. You see them,
their life, without them,
their life
providing
and health. So whatever they were demanding, this is their right. So this is also part of our investment in the hospital, whatever new technologies. So the patient, everything he needs in front of him in a click. You want to see, okay, the doctor, who's this doctor who came to me? You want to see his profile, what the education he got, he's right. Who's the name, what's the name of the nurse she came to him? What was his medical report? So it's always interacting
being
between
with them, being updated, because obviously if they're not relaxed, they're not going to recover, because it's mental as well. So that also is part of your package in what you're offering to the hospital. Guys, stay tuned. We're just going to go for a break and we'll be right back. Viewers, as you know, we've got Dr. Reem Osman here from the Saudi German Hospital. There's so much, again, according to our concept with the HKSZ show, in association with HKSZ Entertainment, and Dubai, as we say, a haven and heaven on earth. And there you go, heaven, your health, you're sick, you're being provided not only with a medication, the cures, you're mentally given all the strategical support that one could require. And we're really, internally interacting here with Dr. Reem Osman, and we're continuing, Reem, about is there any other highlights that you would like to give? Because of your vision, again, I think His Highness's vision here is a vision which has also been given on a global level and a contribution to the Arab world. And I've always said I salute that, and we're highlighting that on a great concept on the Western platform. And your vision in itself, it's strange that vision, spirituality, how it's combined with all the Western tools, but professionally it's all based on humanity. It's for the needy, it's for the poor, it's for everybody, equality, because that's what I'm learning from you, that you guys have principles, which is why I think you're shining above the others. How would you say that?
Yeah. Actually, if you'll notice, in Saudi, our hospital now in Dubai, last week I was visiting one of the organization here. So their notes was, you guys at Saudi German Hospital Dubai, you are doing a lot of good things, social things.
Absolutely, I would agree.
We are not used that other private hospital are doing that. I told them this is what part which I talk about it since 1 year till now, that this is part of the group vision itself. We came here to Dubai, we are believer in His Highness Sheikh Mohammed vision, and we know that Dubai this is city of success and city of opportunity, but we came also from the group in Saudi Arabia, Saudi German Hospital group. Absolutely. In Saudi Arabia. We have the vision and we have the history.
The vision came from Saudi. If we go into history,
from vision to vision,
it's vision to vision.
That's why it's
the root is the same. We are branches from it.
You are doing a lot of social things. We are doing in 1 year. We were connected to many of the social organizations here in Dubai, and we did many of the campaigns. It's part of our corporate social responsibility, part of returning back to the community, part of to become active members in the community.
In principle, prize in humanity.
It's a take and give the same. The group is known of this corporate social responsibility since 28 years till now. One of our, you see how our hospital now in Dubai, and it's landmark, and everyone will come and see, mashallah, beautiful hospital. We have copy paste from it in Sana'a, Yemen. When we built it, our president in the World Bank, he went there, they invited him, Mr. Batarjim, and he made a speaker, and they asked him very simple question, how you made such a huge investment in
Absolutely.
Yemen? They were really surprised. And to go open polyclinic or like that, why to open world-class tertiary hospital? His answer was very simple, that we want to do good, that people in Yemen also deserve good quality of healthcare services like other people. And that's why when you have passion to your work and you have vision, and when you know that it's not only the material rewards, not only you are looking for, of course you want to success and you want to profit, it's for profit hospitals, but also beside it you have the spiritual
contribution to humanity.
Spiritual profit, when you are looking, especially as a Muslim, male or female, you are looking for Jannah, for doing good also.
Life this is after, also because you have to die.
Life after.
There's no medicine to give you a potion
and will lead you to open
forever.
big hospital in Yemen. And this is also what led me here. Yes, here it's a hospital in a high-class area, for profit hospital, but also we are really connected for big number of the society here. We accept cases from the charity organizations here. Even this quintuplet case, I accepted her without no guarantee of payment. They are very, the salary of the husband, a few thousand dirham a month. No one guaranteed them, nothing. I told them, okay, sooner or later, what we can do? And we guarantee, and we took that chance, and then later on, and we give them very big help from us, and people help them later on.
An example.
So I took the chance. It's the bill of 1.5 million dirham. And
Why? Why?
Because my heart will not allow me, and this is part also as a female and a Muslim. If I not do good for them, I really thought, okay, what will they do? What they will do?
There's a saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which I'm forced to share here, that on the day of Qiyamah, a question will be asked, "Oh my servant, I was sick, and you did not come to visit me." And the angels and the people ask that, how, Allah, could we visit you and you being sick? And the reply is, my servant down there was sick. When he was in need, you were not there for him. So that, as you've mentioned, Muslim, I thought it very imperative to highlight that these are our values, our principles, our morals. So you acted not that you left the woman to die or leave her in pain. That passion, obviously, as a human being, plays a strong moral role, and you gave that service on that being, because the rewards are infinite, because one day we're all going to face death, and there is no potion of life yet that we'll live for eternity. And again, that's another attribute. There's so much that's coming from this program. And what else would you like to say overall about the hospital, about your continuous success? Where would you like to see yourself from now and maybe in the next 10 years to come? What is your vision on that?
My vision for Saudi German Hospital Dubai is to become the Saudi German hospital or Saudi German healthcare city in Dubai.
Alhamdulillah, inshallah.
Now we are establishing the territory, the first layer of the services. Later on, by next year, we want to go into the subspecialty, to more advanced services. We want to build our mini healthcare city inside at the same plot. The concept of one-stop shop. You will come and you will be treated from everything. No need to send you to other country abroad, because the services can be all be available at Dubai and at South German Hospital Dubai. I want to be also now we are really doing very well with the communities around us, and I'm really working, still this one, continuous education for our staff and for the medical community in Dubai. As I said, tomorrow we have symposium, 100 doctors will come from all over Dubai. And the third part, so first we have the business, second we have the education, continuous education, and third part who is simply to do good to our community, to the people who
supply the services, keep the obviously education. It's a role constantly in the support of keeping humanity, hospital, and everything going. Your message overall, first to the women around the world, and your second message to the vision of His Highness here, the vision, that the message you would like to send on being a strong contribution, because it's a contribution to Dubai and UAE, and whatever you do highlights that on a global scale, and that obviously shows the message on a global scale that, again, UAE was also, the locals also always have welcomed the multicultural platform for everybody. It's not just about Muslims here at the moment. His Highness has given a multicultural platform from all communities, and what is our duties when we come here to do?
For humanity. My message to women is always that invest in yourself, believe in your ability, take advantage in the modern world around us, and achieve the balance between business and family. And you can really break the borders, and you can fly. Whether you are
no borders, no passport, no visa, nothing. Just believe in yourself, and sky is the limit, and that's your destiny. Obviously, if you've got a husband and a role model, and that's where us males should learn. Well, I also obviously have been very supportive and always am to the feminine agenda. I'm the brother of 7 sisters, and I'm the only son, so I would get killed if I didn't support them anyway, and obviously my wife too, and then my loved mother. But your message overall is that, as you say, once you're determined to go out there and make it, to achieve something, sky's your limit. And again, the Award of Excellence, our experience and other programs that you'll hear in how I've won and how we've been a prime example in similar parts as well. Your message to the Ministry of Health here, your message to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, in what would you like to say? Because obviously their attribution, and he himself has a lion's heart, and there's no doubt about that. What would you like to say to the health sector, contributing towards your contributions, and as well as His Highness's vision on a global platform?
I want to thank him, because really he gave us all the support that we need as Saudi German Hospital Group to come and build a world-class hospital here. Him and all his
dignitaries
staff,
and associates, absolutely.
All of them, they gave us whatever support we needed. They are really people who are reachable, easy, and they just support people to come and build good business in them. And I'm really hopeful that we are up to his expectation. One of the drives that always, whenever they ask me, I tell them that what we came here, we came to provide something unique in the city, and to show His Highness Sheikh Mohammed that we hope that we are up to his expectation. And the support he gave us, it's in growing and showing the good to the city.
He's undoubtedly, he's an example, because you can never expect where he may turn up. He'll just turn up as a normal human being, and he'll sometimes, there was a colleague friend's award ceremony, and somebody asked the question as well, that Your Highness, why didn't you come? He said, I was there, and it really took me back into history, that his example, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the history, and he said, I was there. And he said, I didn't see you. He said, I came late, so I was at the back, I just took a seat and I sat down. And the doctor said, but why didn't you come? The front row was available. And he said, if you are making salah, and you walk into a mosque, and would you push everybody and go in the front and start praying? I mean, practically speaking, I mean, practice breeds example, and that is the example why Dubai, despite all the rumors that happened in the past, and his vision that it happens, and I agree it's happened. I mean, global countries go through their errors, go through their ups and downs, but it's never the end of the road. It's always an example, and having the faith and a new start to a better start, which is what we're here for today. How did you find our show, and how did you find being here speaking with us?
I'm very thankful for you, and I appreciate also your passion to show toward the real Islamic world and the real Islamic male and female, because I think this part is really need to be highlighted more and more.
More and more. No, you're absolutely welcome, Dr. Reem. Our mission is to highlight the culture, the society, the warmth, the love, the affection, the business, the tourism. 10 million and expected 20 million people from all nationalities all over the world commuting through the international airport from here, this platform, bringing you the true locals, the true visions, the true dignities, the true visions. And I cannot explain enough that how, you know, Dr. Batarji, Dr. Reem today have highlighted our alhamdulillah concept immediately on a vision. I wish you all the very best with what you're doing. I inshallah look forward in coming to explore the hospital and giving clipses of the hospital. We will also be broadcasting this on 3 international channels, as well as we will be broadcasting on the internet. We'll give you links obviously, and make you reach to the globe, and hopefully when people come here, inshallah, you should be on their list for and I would say be on the list for medical attention. Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Reem Usman, on the HKSZ show with HKSZ Entertainment, our sponsors, our associates, and making Dubai a true heaven on earth. Lots more to come. Stay tuned. Hi viewers, it's still being at the Health Summit of the Arab Business Club, again in Dubai, a heaven on earth. I have another VIP, a very important person with us on this platform, and again, as we say, we're attributing the cultural, the Arab world on a global scale with the GCC and mainly Dubai, and having visions and what are their contributions. And again, as we see, the noble profession generally has also always been exploited. We've got a gentleman, and I say gentleman because a true gentleman, because of the noble profession that's attributed. I'd like to introduce Mr. Anwar Al-Balushi from Ilaji. And Ilaji, I would like to give first I'll welcome him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the HKSZ show in Dubai. We're making it Jannah in the world, heaven on earth. So welcome, and I'd rather, before I give the introduction, I'd rather you give the introduction, but I'll just say it for the viewers that you are actually a parcel and packaging company for patients.
Yes.
Like you're the DHL, you're the express courier that in Kuwait, and your GCC being in Kuwait, you're from the Kingdom of Kuwait, and you're working very closely with my partner, which is Hamdan Al-Murshidi, because I'm working very closely as a partner with him. We both won the award of excellence on the same platform.
Excellent.
And inshallah we're highlighting Dubai. So why you're in Dubai, what you do, and basically a brief introduction as I was giving, that when all avenues have been exhausted for patients in Kuwait, and again looking after the sector, they're not just left to die. Ilaji will play a huge role they will actually ship those patients out to those parts of the world where they can get treated.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah, I think that
Alhamdulillah.
concept in itself, Mr. Anwar,
Yes.
and in itself is another a noble deed. It's a deed of life, and without life there's nothing. How would you say that that's your contribution in Dubai as well as in Kuwait?
Yes. Actually, first, in the name of God, I start recruiting patients since 5 years ago without a company. Only I started as helping some people, the non-patient option. They don't have any options to recover, or they don't have the knowledge if there is any a cure or medicine they can find outboard or in countries. Then I discovered that one of the famous and a new medicine that's called stem cell, or we call it cell therapy. It was cell therapy in the States, and I discovered this one of the magnificent company that have cells factory and FDA approval first in the clinical trials, and I think this is the only one, two company in the world in the States, they have FDA approval and in the clinical trials, and one of the company that I present, they have commercialized stem cell treatment in Kazakhstan, and it will be it was the first country in the world. They have FDA approval to treat in human as a commercial side, not the clinical trials, since 2008. I'm with them now 4 years exactly. And I really thanks Dubai, because I met them in Dubai. Dubai introduced them to me in Arab Health Show 4 years ago.
Again, Dubai, as we always spoke
Yes.
of being
And I think Dubai, it's really gathering the world in all kind of exhibitions, air shows or food supplements or medical, like the summit now we have,
the health summit.
health summit. And I think His Excellency Mr. Hamdan, he is very close friend of mine since couple of years, and I took the opportunity, and now I just located as ambassador of the club in Kuwait.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah.
So he's also the ambassador of today's
yes.
event, and our partner, His Excellency Hamdan Al-Murshid.
And I think I took this in my shoulders, that I'm knocking doors to see some people, they finish, they don't have any hope in recovery. I introduce them to the professors, I bring them to countries and to do the checkup. Then after that, in couple of years, 1 year ago, I put in my mind to open Ilaji. That's mean, Ilaji mean it's my decision.
Your decision.
I will do whatever. No one told me there is no medicine.
You do not take no for an answer.
Yes, God always create the illness, and in the opposite side, He created
a cure.
A cure. And I think cell therapy, it's one of the unique God's gifts, because it's really treat people with a small 45-minute, half an hour only through the IV and cells transplant, and you will see a huge result. Thanks God, we treat in our Kazakhstan Institute research. It's a government rehab. We treat more than nearly 5,800 different diseases, and with 100,
MashaAllah,
nearly 90 to 100% success. And one of the first patient I try on to treat is my uncle. He have a brain stroke, and I took the initiative to take him and try the new medicine on him and cell therapy. And thanks God, he recovered 60%, 65% in 3 months.
So you done it and personally experienced it before putting it out?
Because you have to try it first.
Absolutely.
Before you introduce the cell therapy. And cell treatment, cell therapy, it's different kind of cells. Unfortunately, I'm not a doctor, but to explain what the difference. But I see a future soon future it will be everywhere, and it's already everywhere.
Spreading.
Yes. And usually we're sending more than 10 people yearly, and this is without any advertising. I never done advertising. This is word of mouth.
Word of mouth, powerful experience.
And I'm sure next year, beginning of next year, we will have a huge campaign in whole GCC to inshallah to spread Ilaji. This is my decision. I will do. There is always there is hope in hands of God.
Alhamdulillah. So there, obviously the vision is to spread it even, across the GCC and across the globe, as you obviously are attracting, and you've thanked Dubai as well for making this the place, the hub, the destination that gave them the introducing platform, which is again our concept to highlight to you the efforts, the morals, the strength, the hard work behind Dubai and its visions, which is to be respected around the globe. You come here, it's the home for everything. And we'd be correct in saying that. And very soon we'll be going with this dignitary also to Kuwait and highlighting your government, highlighting your agendas.
You are more than welcome to visit us in Kuwait, and I think in medical sector we are a little bit late in Kuwait, but with the new governments that just reassign again in Kuwait, and with the push of the youngest head of MBs, Mr. Marzouk Al-Ghanem, he's the youngest chairman of MBs in history, I think. They have a vision that they take Kuwait in the first place in medical first and education. And they locate last year, I think, 1.3 billion KD for building Kuwaiti dinars to build 3 new hospitals and extension of 2 hospitals, and they're building one of their largest university. And I think this is all become in our health and educations, and we will be, inshallah, leaders in health again.
Noble profession, serving the community, everything that we're learning in this health summit. You see a lot of programs, you see a lot of health, you see a lot of hospitalization. It's all for profits, etc. But what the common practice I'm noticing within the visions that we all in the GCC in the UAE are having is actually servicing the needy, the patient, and giving back as much as we can. You said come late slightly, but I would usually say never come late. Come late, but come securely, because it's always the right time is only going to happen when Allah wants it to happen. So long as you're actively on the road, and we can accelerate on that and bring it, with your inputs and bring it out to the public on a global scale, it can only, rapidly accelerate from there.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you find being in Dubai? You've thanked Dubai, I noticed that. And what message would you like to give, if you were to give a message to its dignitaries, its ministers, His Highness, or even the general public as an ummah, as colleagues, to the world in general?
I will be speechless to describe Dubai. I'm in love with Dubai since I was kids. Actually, my mom, she's Emirati from Dubai. I'm half Kuwaiti, half Emirati. I lived here since I was 2 years old. I love Dubai. I see it as a dream, long time. Many people in the Gulf, they thought this is a bubble, but unfortunately, it's not.
Absolutely not. That's what we're here for.
It's really a solid country. Even with the crisis you saw in the whole world, you see Dubai is increasing in everything. Real estate.
It was the weak people, who ran away and gave it that.
And I see Dubai. It's a hub of not only the Middle East. I met people in the States. I met people everywhere. Their dream to reach Dubai.
Absolutely.
I met a couple of people. They are European and Americans, and they loved and they dream only Dubai. Reach Dubai and see Dubai and live the life and
global
luxury.
Opportunities.
Yes.
Even the Quran says the same thing. We made you in tribes and nations to test you, not for any other reason. Here is the true platform. You see people from all walks. Commuting, doing business, loving, caring.
And this, I think, it came after really hard work from Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, and he promote his country. He loved his land. I saw that during my all years. I was experienced this since I was 10 years, 12 years.
Yeah, the facilities he's provided for
I
everybody.
saw the difference that happened the last 15 years. I think I'm sure no country in the world
Absolutely.
can reach Dubai. I'm 100% confident, and I ask God to keep Dubai safe and leading all Arab countries.
Being the leaders, which is what we said, it does not matter the love, because his love is not just for his people. He's shown that warmth through the implementation, the constant changing of the regulations, the rules, which again, all you'll see in separate programs, the rise of Asia, the awards that were here recently in that summit, you'll see programs on the rise in the awards of Asia too, and globalizing it, highlighting it as an international platform. Any other message you would like to give to all your viewers who will be seeing you around the world?
My message is always to be feel the life and respect your health. And I think people, the major problem we have in GCC is education of lack of education in health sector. This is a huge problem. You will see fine people, they buy a car worth $100,000 US, 200,000, but they will not pay $10,000 to do checkup or analyzing genetics and like this. And we have a huge diabetes. Kuwait, I think we are number one in the GCC. We have 30%, and we just recently working closely with the Smart Diabetes Center in Kuwait, and we nearly, inshallah, we sign something with them to create and cure successful life. I think we need to change. I sending a message to need to change the lifestyle.
Absolutely.
This is the major problem we have.
Food is medicine.
Exercise.
Is what you are, is what you'll breathe before it's too late. Health is your wealth. No health, there's no business, there's no car, there is no nothing. Thank you very much, Mr. Anwar Al-Balushi, for coming here. We'll see you in Kuwait. We'll be highlighting Alaji on a global scale. How did you feel in interacting with us on this HKSZ show, and what do you think of its concept?
Well, I think His Excellency Hamdan, he made one of the dreams of Dubai. He took in his shoulder Arab Business Club from beginning 2008, and now I think we are in 30. Next month we will be in 32 countries, and I think more than 8,000 members. This is show his success, and with your support and media and good partners, I think we will reach all the global.
Inshallah, with the message, we're here to unite in a peaceful way, to show what our culture, what our creed, what we have to offer, despite the other media portrayals around the world which are not of value. The value is what your actions are. Thank you very much for being on the show, and inshallah we look forward to seeing you soon. Again, guys, stay tuned. We've got a lot more coming for you on this health summit in Dubai, and we'll catch you right after the break. Well, guys, we're here still interacting with the summit, the health summit, you've seen the visions and obviously messages globally in Dubai. And we've got Kareem Soumaira, CEO, General Partner of Gen Farm. And I'd like to welcome Soumaira. Would you want me to call you Soumaira, or would you like me to call you Kareem? Kareem, welcome to the show of the HKSZ show, globalizing, the concept of Dubai and bringing Dubai as the destination and what the GCC and the Arab countries really have to offer than what we hear in media and news on a day-to-day, and how welcoming, secure and loving this platform really is. And I think there can be no better platform than the noble profession that we've been talking about this evening, the health concept, and highlighting it in its true manner, because you see, concepts of, health all over the place being promoted, but with a vision, with a momentum, with an incentive, with emotion, with feeling. We've had interviews with quite a few people. What's your attribution and contribution to Dubai, the GCC, and overall as yourself?
Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
As you just mentioned, healthcare is a very hot topic in the area. We've got a very young population of 300 million people with a lot of unmet medical needs. The general education in healthcare is on the rise. So the needs are more and more sophisticated. We've got huge investments going into infrastructure for healthcare. You just heard during the summit, one of the speakers was mentioning that there's an injection of $125 billion until 2015. That's coming into
$125 billion an injection within the health summit.
That's only in the GCC.
And it's only in the GCC, $125 billion to bring this awareness of health and actually giving it out to everybody. It's not just for one walk of life, is it?
No, absolutely. It's for the whole population. As you know, you have a lot of expats living in the area.
Yeah, expats, right? Absolutely.
The GCC population is about 45 million right now.
Okay.
The infrastructure has been really on the rise. Clinics that are specialized in different disease areas, chronic illnesses, screening, as you heard today, even in genetic testing, so on and so forth. So the healthcare sector is really boiling, and there's so much to do in healthcare. It's not one limited segment of
and everybody's working
of
closely in their own fields and expertise.
Absolutely.
Which
Absolutely.
really cares.
And if you compare that to the growth in healthcare in the rest of the world, in particular to Europe and the US, it's really the area to be because of these unmet medical needs surfacing now, and more people asking for innovative services and innovative treatments, and to have a better access to the pharmaceutical healthcare in general.
Where do you fit in this jigsaw, this puzzle?
Yeah,
What do you
well,
have
we
to offer?
actually have a very innovative model. We are specialized in very specialized areas of treatments. We do rare disease, orphan drugs. So by definition, the orphan drugs are drugs that would treat any disease that is less than 200,000 people in the US. There isn't a proper orphan drug definition for the region, but you would call this very rare disease areas or ultra rare disease areas. For example, muscular dystrophies, some rare types of oncology. So our model is very innovative in terms of bringing access to these therapies.
Muscular here.
Yes, different genetic
diseases.
Muscular dystrophies is one of them. We've also got promoting now products for multiple sclerosis. We have women's health, prenatal testing to look at trisomies at the early stage, so on and so forth. So really the innovative field of science, making sure that we are providing these services at an early stage. In the past, a product used to be approved by the FDA or in Europe, and it would only come to our patients in about 5 or 6 years. Today, we're trying to bridge this gap and make sure that the innovation comes to the region, maybe a year after or maximum 2 years after its approval by the regulatory authorities in the US or in Europe.
Okay. And your contribution here in Dubai, your prevalence, where are you from personally?
I'm from Lebanon originally. I left Lebanon in 1984 as a kid.
Okay.
Went around and lived in Greece, Spain, Canada, Switzerland.
Okay.
And I've
Traveled
been here traveled a lot, and I've been here for 8 years.
Okay.
I worked for 15 years in the pharmaceutical industry in senior management positions, and I've set up Gen Pharm with a partner about a year and a half ago, because we feel that there is a need for these innovative products, and there is a gap in the market. We are maybe one or two companies that are really working in what we call the orphan disease area, and we see a lot of traction. We are only a year and a half in operations, and we already have attracted many partners to the region, and we look to
accelerate from there.
Accelerate, yes. And there is a lot of interest in the region because of the factors that I just mentioned a bit earlier.
Why Dubai?
Dubai is, it's...
Concept of ours is Dubai. It's the global destination. I want to hear it from you. Why Dubai?
Well,
and what has it given to you?
First of all, Dubai, you look at the context of Dubai. It's been an island of peace and prosperity. very cosmopolitan, more than 200 nationalities living here. A beautiful business infrastructure when it comes to logistics,
opportunities,
airports, human capital.
Absolutely.
If you want to hire people, it's easy to find them on the spot rather than to have to bring them from abroad. Many talented people live here. Business opportunities, it's an incubator for innovative ideas, and this is where we fit in because we felt that as an innovative idea, we needed to be in Dubai and use Dubai as a platform for the rest of the region, providing this business environment, safety, security for people to come in and out. And it's been like this since when I set foot here about 8 years ago.
The local community, their warmth, their welcome.
Absolutely.
What would you say about it?
Well, we have a lot of friends that are Emiratis. Mr. Hamdan is one of them. We interact also socially, not only in a business environment. His house is open, a very hospitable person, and he's a reflection of the Emirati society.
Absolutely. His Excellency partner, which we've been talking about, and you'll be interacting with His Excellency soon and today on this show. But about His Highness, his vision for allowing us this platform on a multicultural community, whether tourism, whether it's business, whether it's a profession, and what should be our contribution back in return.
Well, to begin with, many people have visions, but very few have been able to implement them at the speed and at the high level of execution. He's a perfectionist. We hear about him visiting his ministries, making sure that everything is okay. If you go into his Twitter account, he's always communicating with his people, telling them about where he is, who he's meeting with, what he's discussing, and making sure that everybody, if there was any complaint, that he's accessible to that as well. Very, I would say, in a business term, customer-oriented, people service-oriented. And when you have this from a leader, I think it's just unique.
And isn't it true? It's history, really, isn't it? And this is what the real Islamic and the cultural history is, like with rulers and leaders actually being a prime example, like Hazrat Umar bin al-Khattab, who was actually interacting with the public, like you just said, whether it's Twitter or whatever it is, as prime examples from all over, and how hospitable, how loving, how caring, how accommodating they all are. And just turning up, like you said, and I often say that in any of these dignitaries, with any of these offices around the UAE, and just seeing that if it's all been implemented and providing this platform to everybody.
Absolutely. I mean, the environment that he has provided here, based on the Middle Eastern culture and Islamic culture, it's a crossroad of civilization. We are 2 feet away from Africa, Asia. Europe is not so far off. So it's really have become a hub of peace and prosperity. And the values of our culture are, they need to be promoted. And I think Dubai is a great brand of promoting these values of people living, coexisting together in a peaceful way.
How would you take the HKSZ show here, promoting these values and bringing the concept to the global scale? How do you feel interacting with the show?
I think any promotion is good, especially when it does, it brings people together from a business point of view or from a cultural point of view. Any channel you open on the news, 90% of the news is bad. So it's always
Absolutely.
a fresh air to have somebody come and cover the positive aspects of what's happening in here.
So you agree that the positive aspects are, a prime part and something that
Absolutely.
really needs to be covered, because like you said, you switch on the news and it's like a fright to the world that, should I go to the GCC, should I go to Dubai, and would this happen? And it's not nothing like that. It's not draconian at all. The warmth, the love, the support, the affection is there, and it's what you give is what you breed. So obviously this concept of uniting the world's industries in Dubai on a global scale, obviously its contribution, you think is something mellifluously that should be pursued, right?
Absolutely. Many people don't want to come to the region because of what they hear on the news. All it takes is one trip and their opinion is changed, and many of them end up living here. I came here 8 years ago and I left Switzerland after 11 years. Switzerland is another example of a country that is referred to as a standard. And I have to admit that the experience has been even more brilliant here for me.
Everything is available. People are migrating from all over the globe, despite, like I say, despite how we're negated on an Islamic scale, still one of the fastest growing religions, and you cannot stop that. But it's about culture, it's about science, it's about reality, it's about, concrete truth that scientists actually discover today, which is where you play a great role in as well. Well, Kareem, thank you very much for interacting with us on the HKSZ show. No, you're absolutely welcome. Is there any message you'd like to give to the world?
Well, the message to the world is, what we've been discussing is that there are so many positive elements in our culture, in our business ethics as well. This is the place to be if you really want to go regional. If you want to set up a regional business, it's a beautiful infrastructure, easy processing from an administrative point of view. Bureaucracy is a lot better than what it used to be, so there's a fast pace. It's a very dynamic environment. And because I'm in healthcare and I'm very passionate about healthcare, one of the messages that I would say is the strength of countries are usually in their populations.
Absolutely.
And especially in the education of the youth and the health of the youth. It is nice to see that governments are spending a lot of money in educating the youth about lifestyle, but we need to be careful and count on the parents to do a little bit more.
Absolutely.
It's very sad to see teenagers that are obese or already having cardiovascular disease at a very early age. So the message would be that we need to put our efforts together, that make sure that people really take care of their health at a young age so that we can have a very prosperous and economically active population.
Absolutely. Children are your representation.
Absolutely.
They are your carrying on, your humanity, your race and everything. And obviously we're so, isolated from the home doings and practically in the business world, but time should be spread for everything, and absolutely the awareness and bringing it together, and I think interacting with each other and sending the message on a global scale. Absolutely, guys, stay tuned with us. Again, Kareem from the Gen Farm company, and interacting with us at the Health Summit, and a lot more to come with you as usual and as always, and which is what all of our experiences are for. You can email us at the HKSZ, it's running through, info@hksz.com if you want to send me a personal message, nasser@hksz.com. And you can stay tuned to all our websites. We like to thank all our partners, our associates.